Hello everybody, welcome back to This Week in Esports and Gaming, the show where we talk about the latest and greatest in business happenings for gaming, esports, and creator news. I'm your host 𝗠𝗿𝗑. We're here for the final week of January 2024, and let's dive right into it. For our first top 3 story, let's talk about the Palworld launch. Palworld is the latest gaming craze given its recent launch, so let's dive into some of those stats and information around the launch. The game itself is an action-adventure survival and monster taming game hybrid created by the Japanese and developer Pocket Pair, according to Wikipedia. The game draws a lot of similarities to Pokemon, with some giving the name Pokemon with guns, among other aspects of the game itself. The game itself has sold 8 million units in the first 6 days of early access and reached over 2 million concurrent players on Steam, which makes it the largest paid game by concurrent player count ever, and the second highest played game on Steam of all time. It garnered around 20 million hours watched, over 470,000 peak viewers, and over 280,000 average viewers within the first 3 days of release across all streaming platforms. Many streamers are interested in gaming, with the creators being across, Japan, Spain, Korea, Germany, and others as well. So it's a pretty global title, and this means Palworld's launch was larger than PUBG, Cyberpunk 2077, Elden Ring, Hogwarts Legacy, and others. And there are also survey issues at launch, which is a classic game launch issue as well. Given the game costs $30, it has over 119,000 ratings with an overall very positive rating on Steam. So all in all, the team behind this game is a very small one. It's quite impressive to see how much attention the game itself has made over the past few weeks, despite maybe its negative press around it being similar to Pokemon. Lots of content has been made about the game on Twitter and X, YouTube, Twitch, and others. So evidently people are interested in the title. I'm curious now to see if it will sustain this level of interest post-launch, or if it will kind of be a fad for a very short moment. Twitch has updated their streamer payout programs. Twitch has announced several changes to this program, so let's cover some of those changes here. The Partner Plus program, soon to be renamed the Plus program, will be expanded to give more streamers access to increased net revenue shares on paid and gifted subs. Starting May 1st, a new level will be added to the program for streamers maintaining 100 plus points for 3 months, which will consist of a 60-40 net revenue of paid and gifted subs. The plus points threshold for the 70-30 revenue split will also be reduced from 350 to 300, and affiliates can also now qualify, not just partners. Secondly, the $100,000 cap for 70-30 net revenue recipients will be eliminated. Effective immediately, streamers will begin to have no limit on all the content that is 70-30 revenue split if they do meet that requirement already. And the Prime Gaming sub payout model will now be a fixed rate for each country. Before this, Prime Gaming sub payouts were the same as paid sub payouts. However, due to continuing to offer benefits in that substantial or sustainable way, Twitch will allocate a fixed rate based on the country that the sub takes place in. Therefore, so for example, in the US and Canada, it'd be $2.25. In the UK, it'd be $1.80. In France and Spain, it'd be $1.55, and etc. So I think a lot of streamers, depending on how much of your audience is international, this would be a pretty big decrease as far as revenue goes for them, given Prime Gaming makes up a lot of the subscriptions for a lot of Twitch streamers. Twitch mentions that the difference between streamers, what they receive today and what will be afterwards, is about less than 5% in most countries, and the announcement seems to be met with overall positive community reaction. The first 2 changes are widely seen as positive. Like I said, the last change is a little bit more negative for those who are have a lot of international paying or an international Prime Gaming subs, given that those payouts will probably be lower. And this also comes after Twitch announced layoffs earlier this year, with announcements also of shutting down their Korea operations earlier in December of 2023. So curious to see how this will continue to develop the streaming wars, maybe keep it competitive and other things like that. Blizzard have announced new Overwatch 2 Esports. Blizzard has announced their next chapter of the Overwatch Esports series in the form of the Overwatch Champions series, the OWCS. The OWCS aims to offer and cultivate an esports ecosystem that is more open and allows anyone to participate, according to Blizzard. Additionally, Blizzard is also partnering with ESL Faceit Group to utilize Faceit's platform as a platform integration to enable players to find a network to connect with competitions, teams, brackets, and more. And the format will feature the North American, Europe, Middle Eastern, Africa, or EMEA, and Asia regions, with open qualifiers and regional tournaments that will ultimately lead up to the 2 international events, DreamHack Dallas and DreamHack Stockholm, that will be hosted throughout the year. The NA and EMEA regions will partake in 4 competitive stages in the year that will consist of online open qualifiers and the main event, which is where players can earn circuit points for that international event qualification. For the Asia region, it will be divided into sub-regions, which are South Korea, Japan, and Pacific, that will each host multiple tournaments and ultimately lead to qualifying teams for the OWCS. Wara.gg will be the exclusive exclusive registration platform for each sub-region's open qualifier and the primary source for all match info related as well. And there will be future programming for the with WDG incorporated in the form of the WDG Cup, as well as the WDG Scholastic Tournament that will give middle school, high school, and collegiate players a chance to represent their school in competitive play. And this also comes after Blizzard announced the end of the Overwatch League as the industry knew it, with Blizzard looking for other options. Some cite the concerns of partnering with EFG given Savvy Gaming Group's acquisition of the company in 2022. Regardless, I'll be curious to see how the community actually finds this new esports format over time as well. As far as partnerships go, Blast have partnered up with GGBet. GGBet will be the exclusive betting partner of Blast Premier's tournament series, and the partnership will see GGBet integrated into the Blast Premier streams via various pre- and post-match segments, and they will also see exclusive content and giveaways for fans as well. Disguised have partnered up with Bleed Esports. The two organizations will work together to create a Valorant team in the Southeast Asia region that will compete in Malaysia and Singapore region of the VCT Challengers League. This will also mean that Disguised is leaving Valorant North American Esports, but may also serve as a way for Bleed to enter the NA esports scene in the future. Telefonica partnered with Movistar KOI. Telefonica has signed a multi-year partnership extension with the esports organization, and if the acquisition with Overactive Media does go through, Telefonica will be an Overactive Media shareholder since they currently are a minority shareholder owning 15% of Movistar riders. Overactive Media have actually partnered with Blacklight and Scuff. The lifestyle and gaming brand Blacklight will be featured in multiple branding and content activations, including an in-person space at the Toronto Ultra Major. This will also include the CDL integration broadcasts, as well as becoming naming partner of Overactive Media's Creator Lab. The Scuff partnership serves as a renewal of their previous partnership, as Scuff has been a partner with Overactive since 2020 and will continue to serve as Toronto Ultra's official controller and accessory partner. Grid partnered with the broadcast media company LTN. LTN's live video cloud will be used to improve Grid's platform processing capacity and low latency video feed distribution. This will enable Grid to employ new video-based data solutions and will innovate the use of esports data and video as well. 1111 Media, Hilton, and Roblox all partner up together. Paris Hilton's 1111 Media company will launch a loyalty campaign in Paris Hilton's Slivingland metaverse on Roblox. This also marks Hilton's first foray into Roblox, which enables fans to earn tangible Hilton Honors rewards by engaging in immersive challenges in the virtual world. FaZe Clan partnered with Rollbit. The multi-million-dollar deal will see Rollbit sponsor FaZe's CS2 team as a global partner, which will focus exclusively outside the United States. The deal claims to be one of the largest sponsorship deals in the history of esports. That was interesting since FaZe is currently being acquired by Complexity Gaming's parent GameSquare Esports, so the future of FaZe's CS2 esports is still undecided. Zynga partnered up with Lamborghini. CSR Racing will be an official partner of Lamborghini's new LMDH prototype entry into the FIA WEC Hypercar class. This will include CSR branding on all Lamborghini Iron Lynx reaction team elements as well. As far as finance and M&A goes, Challenger Mode have acquired the former competitor Strida. Strida recently filed for bankruptcy, and as such, Challenger Mode acquired their IP and technology via the bankruptcy estate. Strida's website will now redirect to Challenger Mode. True Gamers have received $45 million for esports lounges in Saudi Arabia. True Gamers has also sold their master franchise rights to Nawaf Al-Bishri, the CEO of Falak, a VC firm. The company will work towards opening 150 esports lounges in Saudi Arabia outside of the 5 esports lounges it currently runs in the UAE, as well as some others in Eastern Europe. Currently, the company has a monthly base of around 300,000 users and recently raised $13.5 million for an expansion in the MENA region. Quadrant received a 7-figure investment. Creator Wilney will join Quadrant as a co-owner, though the exact amount was not disclosed of the entire round, and these funds will be used to expand Quadrant's business alongside creating an industry-leading subscription platform. Obelisk Studio have raised $2 million. The round was led by the Games Fund and will see the gaming company develop its first IP, a psychological action horror game called Displacement. Talofa Games raised $6.3 million. The round was led by Chameleon and with participation from A16Z, Basis Set Ventures, Inside Partners, One Up Ventures, and others as well. The round will be used to support the new multiplayer fitness mobile game Run Legends and develop the title alongside other games as well. Nod1 Gaming have acquired Comic-Con India. The acquisition is valued at around $6.6 million US. It is a mixture of cash and stock and format. Nod1 Gaming now owns 100% of Comic-Con India with the rights and operations access as well, and the founders Jatin Varma and Karan Kalra are staying on to manage operations in India under the Nod1 Gaming brand. As far as workforce changes go, Julian Beneteau joins Red Bull as the gaming manager. Julian notably spent time at Genji as a senior director for partnership marketing strategy and execution from 2020 to 2023. Before that, he was with Super League Gaming as an account manager as well, and was with WME and IMG in the past too. He holds a bachelor's in peace and conflict studies from UC Berkeley. Alexander Lumino has been promoted to the SVP of Commercial Revenue at Blast. Alexander was the VP of Distribution and Programming before his promotion, overseeing getting Blast events to a variety of audiences and regions. He was a Maker's Studio as well in the past, doing distribution and programming, and he spent time at Vice doing distribution, so he knows the media space quite well. He holds a Master's in War Studies from King's College London. Peter Hansen Chambers has been promoted to co-CEO at Hutch. He's been with Hutch for 9 years and was most recently promoted from his role as CFO and CRO, where he spent 7 years at. He will join Sean Rutland to lead the gaming company, and before Hutch, he did consulting in gaming and was with Dovetail Games as a head of licensing for 3.5 years. And in addition to a 7-year stint at Codemasters, he holds a bachelor's in politics from Nottingham Trent University. Bhanu Prakash joined Safronic as the head of creative for gaming. Bhanu joined Safronic in December, has tons of experience in gaming, where he previously was the head of creative operations at Technicolor Games, where he spent 9 years. Before that, he was a 3D artist with MPC and spent time with Basking Lines Animation and EA as well. He holds a master's in animation and video graphics from Padmalia Telefilms Institute. Veronique Lallière joins IO Interactive as the Chief Development Officer. Notably, she spent 8 years at Hi-Rez Studios, the studio behind Smite, as the COO and GM in the past. Before Hi-Rez, she was with Warner Bros. As the VP of International Digital Publishing for 4 years, and also spent time at NCSoft for 6 years, leading the European division of the company. She holds a Master's in Business from the Paris School of Business. Brian Etheridge joins Toadman Interactive as the managing director. Brian is most recently Tripwire Interactive as the publishing director for over 3 years, and also previously spent 15 years at D3 Publisher of America, where he was the VP of publishing to finish his tenure there. He also spent time at Take-Two and Treyarch in producer roles, and he holds a degree from Moorpark College. Oliver Bolas joins Modern Times Group as the Chief Product Officer. Oliver was most recently with Zynga from 2018 to 2023 as the head of studio for Boss Alien and was the GM for Natural Motion as well. He was previously spent time at King as an executive producer and at Rovio, and has spent time at Happy Latte as well. Congrats to you, Oliver. As far as new stuff goes, esports charts and stream charts have launched Mirai. Mirai is a performance-driven influencer marketing agency that will aim to strengthen its positioning by connecting brands to creators across the US, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. Honestly, pretty smart given they have analytics about all the creators and nice integrations with esports as well. Roblox have launched a new creator store. The new store serves as a replacement of its creator marketplace and will be used to exchange assets and solutions like plugins, images, audio, fonts, and video. The new store will also prioritize safety, utility, and opportunities for earnings. That's it for this week in esports and gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in. Credit to the authors and brands themselves for the images and information provided. If you want to go show some support to the esports advocate, click the link down below. And if you want to show some support to me, either tag someone who finds this valuable or share this with your audience. As always, everybody, have a great day.